Hello and welcome to Study This today. We're going to work through all the classes, all the setups I would personally use for each class. I'll tell you that there are some classes that are different, or some classes that I never actually use. The first one everybody uses is the Scout. I never actually use it. I use it rarely, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know. I must admit, when I use the Scout, the Sun on a Stick, if it's Degrout, is second to none. Bonk Atomic Punch as well is very good for that kind of thing. Also, 15% Pretty Pocket Boys Pistol in Degrout, which is a game mode that I love, is really good. Frankly, there is nothing you can really put on as the primary weapon. So if you want to do a Degrout setup, this is pretty much the best setup, I'd say. Sun on a Stick and the Pretty Boys Pocket Pistol. Pretty much anything you want on this side. For a standard match, I would still go with the Soda Popper. I would not go with that. I would go for a Bonk Atomic Punch. And you've got two choices here. Go for the Atomizer if you've got something where you need a lot of jumps, which gives you a double jump, but deals 10 damage on the it gives you a triple jump, but deals 10 damage on the third jump. Or you can go for the Rap Assassin, which basically causes bleed damage and gives you a longer range target for the melee. The Soda Popper I do recommend. I'm going to do a study this on that sometime. But that is what I'd say the Scout. Those are my two best setups for the Scout. Let's go to the Soldier. I was going to do the Cow Mangler. Don't class that as a good thing to put on. I'll do a study this on that. I like the black box and never use the half Zotachi or whatever the hell. I always go for the disciplinary action, and there's two things here. I'd say the Righteous Bison or the... well, I've got the Unremarkable Reserve Shooter, which basically means I get count kills. I get 21 kills on that thing. Yeah, I also like using for the primary weapon the Beggar's Bazooka. Since somebody asked me to do a study of this on that, I have been doing, and it's very good. The Genuine Original. Now that is an interesting one to do. I do recommend picking that up. Well, just the original actually, not the Genuine Original. But an original will do a lot of... it's a different way to play it. I do think it's worth playing it that way, because it centers the actual gun in the middle of the screen, and it's a different way to play, and I would recommend it to people. Hats, do what you like. This section is really a do what you like section. I'm more concentrating on this section over here. Yeah, that's what I recommend. The Liberty Launcher I like. I like the Liberty Launcher. Direct hit, I'm not so sure on that. I've never been sure on the direct hit. I'll try it a bit more, but if you want to try it, do. Now, the Pyro. Now this, I never go anywhere apart from this. This is what I do. The Flamfungaster, or whatever the hell you're seeing right now, I'll go for that. That's good. The Scorch Shot is excellent, and for God's sakes, get yourself a Sharp Volcano fragment. Because those three really are the best ones. If you don't have the Flampengaster, I would go basically go Flampengaster, because there's none of the others really do it for me. The Man Melter, hell no. If you've seen a previous one of mine, just hell no. The Unremarkable, yeah, if you want to do shotgun, I would, but the Scorch Shot is good, so that's basically for the Pyro, that's my main, what I usually use. The Demoman, I basically go Demo Knight all the time, and I use it in Degrau. I sometimes use the Loose Cannon. It's odd, you can change between the Charging and the Splendid Screen, it's up to you. But any of these, apart from the Half Zatoishi, I recommend. All of them are recommended. Yeah, none of them really have any downsides, I'd say. They're all good weapons to use. That one, no, I'm not such a fan. They're all good to use at some points in things like Degrau. You can all use them, but I wouldn't be so sure on that one. The Horseman, Headless Horseman, is a bit of a dodgy one. Okay, so now the heavy, the one everybody wants to know what I use. Well, there are 3 setups I usually use, which is the Brass Beast, the Sandwich, and I used to use the gloves of Running Urgently for one simple reason. That reason was, basically every single time you ran and started punching with them, you caused damage to yourself that a medic could heal. So, yeah, it doesn't work like that anymore, which is a shame, because it just causes this effect that basically as soon as you've taken the gloves off, you're marked for death, which gives you a lot more vulnerability in a match. I used to use the Tomislav, but the Tomislav was awful. So the Tomislav has gotten awful. You know my feelings on the Hulong heater. It's bloody, it's unusable. Let's face it. And basically, the standard minigun and Natasha are still very useful. So don't discount them. Right. Engineer. The Pomson 6000 is a waste of time. Literally, it is a waste of time. I'm telling you this now. I will do a review on it, a full review, explaining why it's a waste of time, but it's a waste of time. This one I haven't played with too much, but I'm thinking about the Frontier Justice. Oh my god, that is a thing of beauty. That is a thing of great beauty and great awesomeness. So, yeah, I do recommend that. The short circuit, never, ever use the short circuit. The Wrangler is something, if you want to use it, I would. But the Lugomorph is good as well. Pistol's good as well. There's no PDA setting at the moment. I recommend the Jag or this. Basically, go Jag because basically you get 30% faster construction rate for buildings. It's very, very good. But there is something you can do with the Gunslinger. You get small turrets, which is also extremely good. The small turrets are awesome. So, the Eureka effect is useless, in my view. If you can use it, that's fine, but I just don't like it. You can't move your buildings. What's the point? The medic. Okay, for the grout, go the amputator. That's all you need to go. You can choose whatever you want on these two. It doesn't matter because you can't use it. So just go the amputator. There's no point in anything else. For a standard match, non-degrout match, the Vitasaur is king. Never go out. I never go out on the standard non-degrout match without it. I don't know about the Kritzkrieg. I've never found a use for it. I've never thought that a single unit who's been Kritzkrieg has done anything goddamn useful. Because, okay, you've got the power. It gives you more power in the things like the heavies machine gun, but here's the problem. The healing ability is reduced incredibly, so I wouldn't really bother with it. There is no point. The quick fix, meh. I also had another one, and I don't recommend the other one, but the quick fix, iffy about that, but hey ho. Now, here's the interesting thing. The Buttsanger gives you basically health back. It also drains 2 health per second on wearer, but most of the time you're actually giving health back to yourself as a medic. You're regenerating health, so it doesn't actually affect you that much. If you're in the case where you have to use the Buttsanger, you're going to be losing health, so you're on a win-win situation there. The Crusader's crossbow is a one-shot weapon. You can use it in the grout. That's the only thing I say. You can actually use that in the grout. I'm sorry, I've forgotten that you can use that in the grout, but use that in the grout. The Overdoser. That's something that doesn't seem useful to me. Even though it should be, it just doesn't. There's nothing I want to follow. I don't really want to Uber a scout. There's no point. So what I recommend is the Crusader's crossbow and the amputator for the grout. Okay? So let's go for the sniper. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks here. Here's my must-have sniper rifle. I use it. The Mechanic. It is so awesome. On full charge, 15 plus damage per shot. On full charge, protection penetrates players. This is the most overpowered weapon in TF2. I'm telling you right now. Nothing. Okay, it fires tracer rounds, so you're basically the biggest fucking... Everybody knows that there's a sniper over there. But if you use it correctly, you can kill people very goddamn easily. I can never use the bizarre, but Hello, sorry about that again. The bizarre bargain. Yeah, no. That's something I don't recommend. The Hitman's Heatmaker. If you're a good sniper, it does work. But if you're a really good sniper, it does work. But 20% damage penalty on body shots? It's not something that I recommend. The Huntsman's the Huntsman. It's a bow and arrow. It's completely silent. This is the thing that nobody gets. It's completely silent. So if you want to sort of sneakily go around and just bow people, it's worth a shot. The Sydney Sleeper, that's good as well. Sydney Sleeper is if you're not a very good sniper and you can basically get body shots all the time, you'll be helping the team because you will be jottering people 24/7 with every single shot you get. Right, secondaries. I don't recommend this. I really don't. I don't know why, but it just doesn't work. It's got a slower firing speed than basically the standard SMG, and it's 20% less clip size, so you've got to be really good with the targeting on it. So, no. Jaza, if there's spies about, or if there's people being flamed, and if you're close up to the action. This is interesting. 25% max health on wearer doesn't protect you from backstabs, but if you know you're not going to be backstabbed, then I'd go for it. The Razorback basically blocks a backstab. A single backstab attempt. So basically you can tell if sniper's about. Never in a million years would I ever use this. It's the most useless thing ever, the Bushwhacker. Now, the Tiberium Shiv, which I've currently got equipped, is well worth a good go. Bleeds for 6 seconds. Damage penalty of 50%, but you got to bleed for 6 seconds. You get 2 hits. Yeah, that's not a good thing. So that's well worth a go. What else? No, the rest of it. I would recommend a small hat with the sniper. Something like that. No, as we previously told you in one of our previous study, this is tall hats don't work in TF2 because you can get sniped by them. It is not worth the bother. The proof of purchase, if you have one, or the genuine company man, or I wouldn't recommend that. The Sydney Straw Boater, that's not worth it. But something very small, low, basically no hat. It's fine. Yeah, that's what I've done for that. Now let's go to the spy. Ew. I do not play the spy at all. The only thing I recommend is the Cloak and Dagger. The Cloak and Dagger is the only way I personally can use the spy. The Dead Ringer is the most useless thing because you have to have it out to use it. Yeah. That's not worth it. With the standard Inviswatch, you don't need to have it out to use it. But you can also have the Cloak and Dagger, which has the same effect of not being out to use it. But if you stand still for long enough, you can regain your full invisibility quite quickly. So, yeah, it is well worth the bother. So, I don't know. The Diamondback, I wouldn't recommend. Because one guaranteed quit per building destroyed. Yeah, the Latrang, no. The Ambassador, hell no. Even though it seems quite nice, and if you can get the headshots, if you're good at getting headshots with the Ambassador, then it's worth it. But no. And I got the Festive Ambassador as well. Basic revolver's alright, I'd say. So I'm not very good at the spy, so this has been study this with basically the rundown of the units that the not the units, the setups that I use in TF2. I might go for a completely different setup sometime, but those are the units I use, okay? Those are the class setups that I use. Thank you for taking a look at this episode. Sorry it has taken so long for me to do another study of this. Thank you for watching. Oops, clicked the wrong button.